All right, so we're gonna do a sea witch, pretty standard, your blue and white sea witch. Um, so you have to have a head, some hair, and some wax line. So what I do is I start off with my wax line first, and I pull a fair amount off. About 2 feet probably is a good amount. You don't need all that, but the more you have, the easier it is to work with. So then you put your head down. Really, you lay your hair down than your head, but it's fine. So I take a little pinch. I don't have an exact measurement. You put more or less, kind of on you, whatever you like. I will say that typically speaking, when it comes to a sea witch, that less is more. You don't want it super hairy, super furry, as it were. So you take your crystal or white. We're going to call it white for the purposes of this video. And some blue. And it really doesn't matter as far as like how this lays out. If you can see how more of it, it's not perfectly all lined up, because when we get done, we're going to take scissors and we're going to trim this up. Right now it's looking like I've got more crystal really than I need, so I'll pull a little bit of that out. So I start with a double overhand, say 1, 2, and pull this nice and tight. Now this knot is not going to stay tight just like this, but it is tight enough to hold the hair in position while you orient it the way you'd like. So now we'll take and we'll just kind of roll the hair with our fingers around till we feel like it's even. And again, it doesn't have to be perfectly even, because this is really a piece of artwork as much as it is fishing. So no two are really alike exactly. Just roll it around, give it another tug. All right, so now we'll do another on the opposite side. We'll do another double overhand, and this is actually going to pull it tight, and it's going to cinch. Now I did not fully cinch this. I left it just a little bit loose because there's some final little touches. See, my crystal hair is kind of clumping, so having to do a little extra work to get it to roll around. Okay, so now we can cinch it. Just flip it over, and we repeat this process with a double overhand. I say 5 or 6 times is probably sufficient, but you can do this as many times as you want. The more you do it, the better this is going to hold for you. Not a whole lot to it. Some people make this much more complicated than necessary. Now, to finish it, I did my double overhand. I'll do another double overhand on top of that one, and then I'll do a third one. And now that's good and tight. We can take our scissors and chop off our extra wax line. And as you can see, here's the seawitch. I did the hair nice and thin on this one. It's going to be really nice and light. So now that I have this part done, I'll take and I'll trim it. So what I like to do is I leave about 1 inch or so on the bottom, just enough to cover up the weight, or the front of the fish rather, just a little bit. Cover up the pin and the wire or the rubber band. It's really not necessary. It's just kind of, I leave a little extra because it keeps it from pulling through. If you cut it super short, it's more likely to pull out. Now you can also glue this, and if I was selling these, like if you bought this for me, if you purchased this for me, then I would put glue on it so it lasts you longer. But my intention is to catch a few fish with this, and if I can, I'll cut the hair off and reuse the head, tie it again with fresh hair. I like fresh hair. It's just a personal thing, just like fresh hair. Now when cutting the length of the overall seawitch, again, that's kind of personal preference. So I like to take it so the head is just outside of my hand, and I pinch it with my thumb, and I cut straight across. Like so. There you go. That is a crystal seawitch, or blue and white seawitch. Blue and crystal, blue and white, whatever you want to call it. Same difference. So, but that's it, guys. Nothing to it. Put a little dab of glue on there if you want. I can make seawitch videos showing how I glue them, but this is just a standard blue and white charter boat style Gulf Stream fish catcher. Thanks for watching.